Hey, what's up, guys? Chris Dominguez here. I came to a really important revelation as I'm leaving work right now. And whenever I go to work, I typically give 100% of my undivided attention to the task at hand. Otherwise, I'm not very effective. And I've even attempted multitasking, and I believe multitasking is largely a myth. Because you can really only do one thing well at once. Of course, you might say, hey, you can walk and talk, you can chew gum while tying your shoe. Of course. But when it comes to important tasks and important behaviors, you have to get really laser focused on that task. And the epiphany that I'm coming to, and the realization that is coming to mind right now, is that I'm always so focused and committed, and I always do extremely well in a work environment. From the very first job that I've had as a lifeguard at Soak City to my supervisory and managerial career at Savers, and now working with my dad, I get shit done because I get laser focused on the tasks at hand. Part of that is because we were taught to behave in such a manner. We were raised to be employees. And one of the big struggles that I've been going through in trying to build out businesses over the past almost 10 years now, is that it's easy for me to get distracted when it comes to my businesses because I'm not on paid company time, and I wasn't necessarily taught or raised by society, school, even my parents to think that way. And I used to get really upset at myself and question my my capabilities, because I was always able to do extremely well at a job, and I always seem to let myself down when it comes to building out my business ideas. Now, I have to let that go if I want to improve, but I also have to acknowledge it before I let it go, because it is something that I want to get better at. It's something that I want to work on and build more of an entrepreneurial spirit. Now, if you are going through something similar in your business or in your life, a lot of times it's fear that is keeping you from pulling the trigger. And fear shows up in so many different forms. For me, it's shown up in the form of perfectionism. Wanting everything to be perfect before I pull the trigger, before I take action. And choosing perfection is the fastest way to failure, because oftentimes you never get started. You never take any action because all you're doing is waiting for things to line up perfectly. And that is not how anything works. That's not how any part of life works, especially business. The most successful entrepreneurs had a passion for their idea, and they took immediate action. They didn't wait for a perfect business plan. They did not wait for their circumstances to be perfect. They took action immediately, and they learned and they adapted. So personally, these are the things that I'm noticing. These are some of the challenges that I'm facing. Is I'm facing a little bit of fear. I want things to be perfect before I take action, but I'm starting to realize I'm just bitching out. I'm holding back on taking the action because honestly, I've also been raised by society largely to have a high importance of how people see me. And I do care quite a bit about the way other people perceive me. So that's another character flaw that I see now that is holding me back from taking bigger action, because to do anything successful, you are going to fail. And I'm afraid of what people are going to think as I'm failing towards the successes that I want in life. So these are some of the things that I've been thinking about. A huge shout out to somebody I have as an aspirational mentor, Gary Vaynerchuk. Listening to his content has been a true reflection in myself, and so many people are going through this. And if you guys have anything that you are attempting to pursue, it's going to be fucking scary. You are going to have to get out of your comfort zone in order to succeed, in order to proceed, in order to progress. Just know that it will be scary, but it will get easier as you push the outer limits of that comfort zone. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night, and I'll be talking to you guys soon.